Hi, Cancer. I know you guys are last. You've never been last before, so I don't think you guys knew how to take it. But thank you for being patient and not pressuring me anymore. That was cool. That was awesome that you guys are okay, we'll stop. That was super cool. Thank you. So, feeling anxious, lost, something big is coming, you don't know what, you're scared, you can feel it, like a wave coming, right? Big wave coming, you can feel it, you're not really sure how it's going to play out, but you have that feeling that that cycle is about to start again. And what's the cycle? Well, it starts here. You guys are, not feeling so good. Confused, but also it's the anticipation, the fear building in you. Right? Is there a new relationship coming? Oh God, I think there might be. And what if it's the kind of relationship that I get completely sucked into and then I don't remember anything about myself? I don't know what else is going on. I just obsess over that person and it's crazy and it's amazing and it's so heart-wrenching and soul-crushing. You can feel that coming. It's a ways away still. It'll be a few months still, but it's on its way and you know it. You can feel it. But what else is it that's bothering you? Well, you're going through one of those periods. Look. These are the two cards that have come out so far. You're going through it. Thinking a lot, thinking too much, as they always tell you. Feeling too much. Can't even make sense of all the feelings right now. Why am I feeling so much? You're feeling stuff in anticipation of what's to come. It's anticipatory anxiety. Things are going to pick up a lot in terms of work and you're going to have to make a lot of important decisions. And things are going to pick up in terms of romance, and it might be the kind of romance that you're afraid to have, where it will be heavy. And you're like, no, I'm not trying to do heavy right now. Yeah, but you are, because you're a Cancer. That's all you know how to do is heavy. So, you're going to get your wish, but I can see why you're scared. Let's look at these cards and see what comes up for you here. A bunch of cards fell out at once. So we have the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, the King of Wands, the 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, you see, Cancer, what I mean? You're itching to get out and do stuff and experience stuff and meet people and get into things. But at the same time, you know that when you get out there, there is a serious love, like a heavy, serious love waiting for you here. And I think you know it. You guys have great intuition. I think you know this is on the horizon and that it's moving in pretty fast. And I think it's really bugging you guys and scaring you and making you feel weird. And, that way that you guys get where you get sad and lost, but you can't really explain why. There's no real discernible reason. You just don't feel well. So if we can make a little sense of that and kind of do some emotional processing and modulate those emotions a little, what's going on is that you're feeling this way because you can sense how much love, luck, and overall power you're about to come into. And it's so funny because there's all these great cards, but the reading begins with and ends with cards that aren't so great. Heartbreak and misery, heartbreak and a poverty mindset, pain, betrayal, sleeplessness, heartache, right? And everything in the middle, sandwiched between these cards, is super great. And I think that's exactly what's going on, Cancer, is that you know that there's some really great things coming up, and you're approaching it with a lot of anxiety and fear because you're really, really worried that, unlike what the cards are showing, which is that it's going to be really great, you're worried that it's going to be one of those get down in the depths, ride or die, kind of all up in it with the person. You get all your feelings tangled up. It's messy, right? You're afraid of that because you can sense it coming. But take, note of the cards, because the cards are very positive about this upcoming relationship. And what the cards are saying is that the only thing that's negative about it is what you will bring into it and what you will taint the situation with. Okay, you had a full moon in your sign recently, which was shining a light really on you needing to be more emotionally self-reliant. You've got a lot of work stuff coming up this year, and you've got love coming up this year, but both of those things require, all of this great stuff here requires that you be emotionally self-reliant. Because none of this works if you need somebody there holding your hand through it. Does Cancer like to have a partner? Of course. Does Cancer need to have a partner? Not necessarily. Does Cancer need to have a partner to do well at work? No. Right? So finding that emotional balance within yourself is top priority right now, because you're going to have a lot of opportunities rushing at you and a chance to really dominate your surroundings and to meet someone. So you really, really need to work this, exercise these demons here, and become independent emotionally, because you've got romance coming up. You've even got, maybe traveling for romance coming up, You're going to be moving and doing stuff and loving on people and making money. And the only thing that's holding you back, Cancer, is that it's overwhelming you. Just the intuition of it coming in soon is overwhelming you. And it's taking you into this dark place where you're thinking of how it's been before and what you don't want to go back to and what you don't want happening again, and you're getting stuck there. Right? And then you're using that power of overthinking to get more and more and more stuck there. When all you really need to do is admit to yourself that you are afraid, but that you are not afraid of anything bad. You are afraid of some great stuff that's coming up, and that your bad associations with love need to be left in the past and don't apply to this new situation that will be coming in. And if you try to make it apply, you will be doing yourself a great disservice, because this looks like a very deep connection. This looks like a real person coming in here who could really, be the person for you. So the last thing you want to do is sabotage the situation by lingering on the past. This spread really is asking, Cancer, what do you want? Do you want to stick with your terrible memories that you have of how it can be and how you can be when you get deep with someone, how obsessive you can be, the ugly that comes out of you? Are you that person? Are you defined by those moments? Or are you defined, what do you want? Do you want this? Or do you want all this? You get to decide. It really is up to you. 2017 is asking you, Cancer, what do you want? Because whatever you want, you're going to get it. But right now, you're split, which isn't a surprise. We talked about your dualism. But right now, you're split. You don't know what you want. You don't know if it's easier just to linger in the past and be afraid of never getting into something again, or to throw it all away and say, hey, I'm going to be naive and stupid and take the chance again anyway. You get what you want. Now you just got to figure out what that is. And Cancer, this is just too easy. It's too easy for you to remain here, languishing in this. It's too easy. It's too easy to feel this way about relationships, when your deep Cancerian nature knows that without love, there's nothing. Sure, you can be afraid to get back into it. Sure, you can be afraid that someone's going to crush your soul. But you also know that it's the only thing in life worth having. And that it's more important than anything. So you have to decide now. You want to live out your fears, or you want to move boldly into the future where love and money is waiting for you? Because all the waiting and the prep that we've been doing, all the patience, all the understanding, all of that culminates now. End of January, moving into the Lunar New Year, 2017 is the year where a lot comes together based on what has been going on for the past few years and how you have been changing yourself. Now things kick into overdrive and actually start to move. So of course, we need to clarify which direction are we moving in, Cancer. It's not enough to, walk sideways out of this situation without giving an answer, because the only person you're walking away from is yourself. The person who's asking you this is you. The part of you that wants to take you on whatever journey you would like to go on, but you've got to pick the one you want to go on. Do you want love and success, or do you want misery and isolation? And hey, you may feel like being miserable and isolated right now. You may not be ready for anything more than that. But if you are, there is a whole world here waiting for you. Okay? And as much as this may be a trivializing of how you feel at the moment and how you felt for the past couple of weeks, Cancer, this depth of emotion that you're going through, it really is just a precursor. It's an intuitive kind of emotion of things to come, and maybe they'll be too overwhelming. Oh, I'm so sorry. Does that make sense? Maybe they'll be too... Maybe you won't be able to handle it. Maybe you won't do well with it. Maybe you'll fail. Maybe what this is you hanging on to how you failed in the past. And that's why you're afraid to get into something again, because what if I fail again? I thought I had this. I thought I made it work. I thought I was doing it. I thought I was, fulfilling this dream, and then it didn't work out, and maybe a part of that was me, and I don't know if I can go through that again and fail like that again. It's all in your head, Cancer. You got to get out of your head. You got to get out there and actually do stuff and step out of your head, because you're going to get forced to do stuff. You have to work, and you will be meeting people. So prep now by snapping out of it. Does that make sense? There's a lot of good stuff here. It's a good reading. So what I would leave you with, what I would suggest that you do, is just work hard on fostering a sense of emotional self-reliance. So by the time the person that is meant to come into the situation does come in, they are confronted with someone who is complete in their emotional life and isn't actually looking for someone to come in and fill a gap, but just to enhance what they've already got going on. Okay? It's not as bad as it seems, and it's not as bad as you feel. Trust me on that. It's more... You may be at different points in this timeline, right? You may have already met this person and may already be in the super happy stage. You may be farther behind where you're just getting into this stage and you're like, oh my God, I just got in this. When is it going to be over? You could be at different points in this event, but somewhere on this timeline you find yourself and you're not really sure if you're ready to let go of the past and the hurt and risk and try again, or just the idea of maybe trying again is so terrifying that you're pushing it away without even knowing it. So really what I would suggest now is stop. Stop thinking, stop looping, stop overwhelming yourself with the feeling. Distract yourself, watch something funny, meditate, take a bath, calm the nerves, modulate the emotions, right? Your emotions out of a 10, you got to dial them back to a 1 because really nothing has happened yet. Yes, things are coming. Yes, you're right. You're right. What you're picking up, it's all on its way, but it's not here yet. So you need to kind of compose yourself and ready yourself for what's about to happen and what's coming up, because it's all great stuff. Thank you for being last. You won't be last next month, which is in a couple of weeks. I love you guys. I'll see you in February.